All right, we're back, folks. Look, there's been a lot of ups and downs in my comedy career. You know, there's been some positivity, but I'd be lying. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that there was some long nights and some dark days trickled in there. But every now and then, I get a glimmer of hope. There's some small moments that make me really think that maybe I got it. Maybe I got the stuff. Maybe I'm right where I need to be. Maybe this life chose me. And folks, today's one of those days. Brandon, it's episode 80 of the podcast, and we have arguably not just the biggest guest that we've had in this studio, but maybe the biggest rising star in the Austin comedy scene. Ladies and gentlemen, it brings me great privilege and honor to introduce Donny Hanes in the podcast today. Ladies and gentlemen, Donny Hanes. Give it up for Donny Hanes. Huh?
Wow, thank you so much.
Donny, I mean, you're a tough get. You're a real tough get. Also, we booked this out 3 months ago. You got here, told me you only have 10 minutes to spare. Yep. So I thank you for the time, Donny. Things have
been pretty crazy lately.
Yeah, I mean, I could only imagine. I'm seeing the stories, dude. It seems like you've been on a bit of a strip club bender, Donny. How's that been for you?
Yeah, I was hoping you weren't going to bring that up, but yeah, it's been.
I'm sorry.
Been a little fun. We got Austin's home to so many beautiful strip clubs, beautiful ladies, and don't mind if I do.
I tell you. Now, Donny, do you feel that there's any prejudice to the fact that you're a sock when you walk in there, or are you treated just like the rest?
Well, I've always said this since I was a little kid, that the first thing people notice isn't that I'm a sock.
What's the first thing they notice, Donny?
Probably this big old pecker.
And it is a nice piece. It dangles, it hangs, it swings.
They see that, they see the people I walk in with, and they go, oh, I don't mind if I do.
Straight to the VIP room every time, huh?
Yeah.
Now, Donny, there's been a couple, man, I hate to bring this up, man. We have to address this. This is your opportunity for a free, long-form conversation here, Donny. There's been, TMC has released some clips of you doing some cocaine, which seems to be in a non-binary restroom. Would you like to make a statement on that?
I would. I just want to clear some things up. I'm known to go on a bit of a bender, and you're all right, Maddie. Someone caught me doing it, and I'm not proud of it, but if there's one thing Donny Hanes isn't, it's somebody who's not going to own up to what they did.
Also, I would say Donny Hanes is not a man of apologies. No apologies. You fucking...
And that's not what you're going to get. Right. There's a chance many more videos like that will come out.
Now, have we experienced with any hallucinogens, or just the hard drugs that break families up? What do you think?
Mostly the hard stuff. I don't like to think too much about stuff.
Right. And now, do you think the cocaine, does that channel a creative energy? Because I've been seeing you, show to show at the Sunset Strip, at the Comedy Mothership, all over the country, really.
All over the place, yep.
Yeah, so is the cocaine, does it fuel... Is it more of the energy, or do you think the creative juices get flowing?
To be honest with you, I think it fuels my ego, which I like.
Right, yeah.
It makes me feel better than everyone. It makes me feel above everyone. It makes me feel like I can fuck until daylight comes up.
Now, what is sex like for a sock puppet? Are you banging human ladies, Donny?
Human ladies and pets. No, I'm just kidding. No pets.
He's a comedian, folks. He's a comedian.
Just no pets. Just mostly bitches and broads.
God, Donny, and that's why we love you. Just unapologetically yourself and true to the game. Also, while you're here, we would like to ask you some hard-hitting questions.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Any thoughts on this meeting between North Korea and Russia lately?
Yeah. Whole bunch of thoughts on it.
I guess what I'm getting at, Donny, have they contacted you? Kim Jong-un and Vladimir Putin, have they reached out?
They haven't. And I just want to put this out there to both Kim Jong-un and Putin.
Yeah, lay out the feelers, Don.
If it's a fight you want, it's a fight you're going to get.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a warning from Donny Hanes, a guy that doesn't shoot smoke.
I said the same thing to Saddam Hussein.
And look what happened to Saddam, guys. Yep. You have his Twitter handle, Vlad. You know where to find him. So, are you ready for the war, Donny?
Am I ready? Maddie, I've been ready.
The war's never left, huh?
Yeah, war never left home. I grew up in combat, actually.
Tell us a little bit about that, Donny.
I grew up in the 1400 War of the Goblins versus the Dragons.
1400. Very famous 1400.
Very famous.
If you attended an elementary
History
school anywhere,
shifting.
Right. History shifted that day. And, man, Donnie the Impaler is what they used to call you. Is that right?
Yeah, Donnie the Impaler. I was, Goblins and Dragons.
Now,
the great fight we all know.
Is it hard to wield a metal mace with no hands, Donnie?
Not when you have an army.
Not when you have an army. And now this is something that we could beep out if you don't want to talk about, but there has been talks of maybe potentially that you possess some sort of witchcraft. Is this true? Are we doing magic, Donnie?
A little bit. I'm not as much as a mage as I used to be. But
now he's a bit of a gauge.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? But
yeah,
man, Donnie, I think we're running up on time here. I know you got to get out of here. I think I heard the party bus just pull up. So any closing statements for you today? So thankful to have you. Brandon, you got anything for Donnie?
Donnie, a huge fan. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
I have two sisters. They're adopted, and they both happen to also be sock puppets. Do you find them attractive by any chance? Would you rate them for
we got
me?
them up here, Donnie.
Put an image up there for
you.
you.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
The screen.
These are your sisters, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Long titties, huh? Or are those feet?
Those are their feet, Matthew.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah, those are some beautiful, beautiful sisters you have there. And I don't want to be too, pardon me if I'm a little too, dare I say, horny as fuck. But boy, would I like to stuff their tubes. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
They're
it's
your
an
sisters,
honor.
and I respect that.
It's an honor for you to say that, Donnie.
No.
Thank you for answering my question.
Thank you so much for showing me that. Thank
Brandon,
you.
I don't want to direct this too much to you, but it appears that one of your sock puppet sisters, is rocking a little blackface. Do we want to make a comment on that?
We have no comment on this at the time.
Holy
This is an old photo. It was cool back then. It was a Halloween costume one time.
Donnie, how do you feel about racial sock appropriation? Where do you stand there? And that's the last question, I promise.
I would say I'm cool with everything except golden toe socks. The Hanes family has been at war with the golden toes since about post Goblin Dragon War.
Right, around the 1400s,
everything
right?
other than that, though, I'm cool with. But golden toes, well, like I like to say, they can put a sock in it.
And there you have it, folks. And we also want to take this opportunity to announce Donnie will be running in the 2028 campaign election.
Thank you. Thank you.
Under the sock party. So stay tuned for that. Guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Donnie, thank you so much. I do have my buddy Grant coming in, so we're going to have to get you. We're going to have to switch you out here.
No, thank you so much for having me. Thank you, guys.
Plug everything,
Captain
too,
Dogs,
Donnie.
thank you so much.
Plug everything.
I will be at the Paramount in a month. Still trying to figure out the details on that. Someone there's trying to fuck me. But other than that, you can catch me at Sunset, Mothership, Creek. Yeah, that Vulcan.
Aisle 2 at Nordstrom Rack.
Yeah, fucking I play a set at Friends every now and then. All over town.
Yeah, Piccolo, right?
Piccolo, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
And just a little song and dance.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been Donny Hanes. Thank you so much,
Thank you
Donnie.
so much.
Like, what if we put out a clip of Donnie and it just goes like super fucking viral, and then Donnie's like, because I'm gonna collab it with Donny Hanes' Instagram, and it just fucking takes off, and like you're getting booked by.
Oh, dude, he's so sick. Yeah, that's
a dream come true.
That's a dream come true. Dude, what do you think about like Kermit the Frog? That's
Right.
so sick.
It's like it's actually
they have like Kermit the Frog on Good Morning America.
Dude, have you seen did you ever see? Are we?
Yeah, we're recording now.
Cool. Have you ever seen the Muppets movie?
Yeah,
so fucking good.
I love it.
Why are there so many?
Dude, I don't have Rainbow Connections in that side movie. It probably.
Oh, it's about him being green, isn't it? He sings some song.
Rainbow Connect.
What's the song that he sings in the swamp in the beginning?
I think it's Rainbow Connection.
Yeah.
It's such a good song,
dude. It's a beautiful song. We got Grant Adcock here, the man behind the puppet. I was just asking you, dude. Like, imagine if Donnie's star power just overshadows Grant Adcock, the comedian, and you just get to go everywhere as Donnie. No one ever knows who you are. You get to go on stage. It's actually a brilliant thing to go on stage and no one looks at you.
Oh, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the worst part of stand-up.
Yeah.
Also, my buddy, his mom is obsessed with Miss Piggy, and they got an opportunity to meet Miss Piggy once. And the guy who does Miss Pig, you can't talk. Like you have to address him as Miss Piggy. You have to talk to the puppet too. He won't talk to you. That's. I mean, that's.
What more could you ask for? Honestly, I mean, that's fucking. I think that's. Especially you start getting into like merch and stuff like that. I think it's just fucking. It's amazing to just have a puppet be kind of because people expect it to be so. When you have a person, the last thing you're expecting is some little rinky-dink puppet to kind of pop up on a show full of people.
Yeah, dude, with a cotton-tailed cock.
Big old
cotton cock. But Brand, we're just trying to riff on these news stories today. So I don't know.
All right, yeah, I'll feed you them. Let's go with this one first.
Yeah.
Oops.
By the way, day 5 on Sober October, dude. How you feeling?
I feel good, dude. I've been sleeping great. I wake up earlier and actually slept the entire night, which is crazy.
Yeah, dude. What's tough though is like when you just have a block during the day.
Yeah.
Of like 12 to 5.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I don't know what to do. I've just been walking as far away from my house as I can because then I have to walk back and then it kills like an hour and a half.
Yeah, no, it does kind of force you to fucking do like, which is nice though. It's kind of a nice because before, I mean, we were drinking every day,
every single night, dude. September was a boozy month for me.
Yeah.
So I have a clear head. You ever been to Indonesia?
No, I haven't.
All right. Well, Bali, this TikToker just went viral, dude. This guy, like, I did a very minimal digging into him, but he's like some fucking yogi type granola dude. I mean, look at him, right? But he's bare ass naked in this like sacred Hindu temple. So now the Indonesian police are after him because it's like a look at this fucking guy. Not Hindu, I don't believe. Just goes to this Hindu temple, which is like.
And he just posts those videos on.
And he just posts those videos. Now the Balinese officials are on the hunt. Man filmed meditating naked at a Hindu temple. Yeah, that's really it. How do we feel about it? How do we feel about
you got to find him and you got to kill him.
Right. You got to find him. You got to kill him.
I mean, if he does that anywhere, you can't. Whether it's Indonesian or Balinese, you got to. I mean, any country. That's insane.
I'm trying to think of the American equivalent to that. We don't have temples here. We're not really like sacredly religious. What would that would be?
It'd be like going like maybe like a place where something bad happened or something. You know, like just full on.
It's like setting up a cricket match where the Dallas Cowboys play.
Yeah,
that's the.
Or it'd be like him sitting naked on like the 50-yard line logo of like the Texas Stadium. We'd be like, what the fuck?
Or just eating a double quarter pounder at McDonald's, just bare ass naked. That is as disrespectful as you could be in America. Because we don't have. I've been to Indonesia and like they're very Hindu and it's like a very nice religion. I think.
What's it like?
Indonesia? Oh, dude, it's the coolest fucking country. I'm just mobbing in and out of these alleyways. It looks like one big Call of Duty map.
Really?
Favilla. You remember that map?
Yeah.
Can we pull up a picture of the map Favilla, please? I'm probably saying it wrong. I believe it's from Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. But, dude, I'm just, like, zooming in and out.
Oh,
yep,
wow,
there it is. I'm zooming in and out of this map. It's a little less – okay, this looks like – I didn't realize how run down this was. It's like that, but nice.
It looks just like that.
It looks just like that, but beautiful. And, in fact, is that a Brazilian flag on that water tower? On the image all the way on the right that you have –
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so that's Brazil. So no, Indonesia is in Asia. But nice little burnt down soccer field. What a fucking shithole that town is. No, dude, it's you walk around, people are selling. There's bars where you can go in and eat mushrooms, like psilocybin mushrooms.
Oh, that's awesome.
Big drinking culture. The food's amazing. Everything's cheap because. I don't even know what defines a third world country. Is that just something that we say for people that are poorer than us? We just decide that the third world. And what happened to what's a second world country? Why is there just 1 to 3? Is a second world country Canada? It's like they have things going well, but nobody respects them.
Yeah, or they're like under the blanket of a first world country, maybe.
So that's a second world country.
Oh, former communist country.
Former communist. What the fuck? What are I don't even know is. All right. Well, those are the second world countries. Afghanistan, Albania. I would argue that's a third one. Berlin? Benin? What the hell? That's not. Is that a country? Benin?
Maybe.
All right. Well, Okay.
I love how they get the live feed on the population.
Yeah, it's live. Yeah, who's updating that right now? I fail to believe that in the 15 seconds that we've had this pull up, nobody in Indonesia has died or Benin. But let's move on to it. This is actually a fucking shit story. I don't know why I thought. I don't know what I possibly thought we could talk about a naked dude in a Hindu temple. Now they believe in reincarnation. Where do you stand there? You fuck with that?
I like the idea of it.
What would you like to come back as? Have you thought that through?
Probably a bird.
A bird would be cool.
Like a bird of prey, though.
Bird of prey, right? Like an eagle. Falcon.
A little solitary. You have like you have your nest and stuff, and then you fucking just get up in the skies, get after it.
I love those. You ever see like a condor try to pick up an animal that it's too like? I saw a video of a condor trying to pick up a mountain ram and it ended up just knocking it off a cliff.
Yeah, I've seen that video. Is crazy.
It's pretty badass, honestly. It's like that's right. You don't fuck with the birds.
What about you?
So did you see this one? The Phillies. Some guy tried to get into a Phillies game. He had an alligator on a leash. He said it was an emotional support animal. Now there's people. What community is this that is attacking the Philadelphia Phillies for not letting a dinosaur into their park? There's people upset about this. They're like saying they're not inclusive to people with anxiety or some shit like that. You
if anything, it induces anxiety.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Hey, peanuts, popcorn. What are you gonna feed the fucking gator? Just throw him
this
a hunk
makes
of
me
meat?
comfortable.
Yeah.
Fucking
That's not a ballpark animal. And now this is like I wonder if this is gonna be the curse of the gator. Have you heard of the curse of the billy goat?
No.
The curse of the billy goat was the Cubs. The curse of the Bambino is when the Red Sox never won after they traded away Babe Ruth. Curse of the billy goat was a guy tried to get into a Cubs game with his pet goat. They turned him down.
Oh, wow.
And then the Cubs went 71 years without winning the World Series again. Did I butcher
that's
that?
crazy.
A billy goat, I would say, is a great ball.
It was in the World Series, too. That's nuts.
During the World Series, I think they were up. And then
the goat was bothering fans.
Yeah.
I wonder what he was doing.
Probably like biting them.
Yeah,
right?
probably just being a
billy, dude.
Yeah, just ramming his head into him.
Did you like those little pygmy goats are the cutest fucking
they're
things.
awesome.
They just be bucking around in the backyard. Oh wow. So I don't understand why anyone would get mad at that. But I think a billy goat's a great you would almost expect a petting zoo in center field, you know?
Yeah.
There's a new documentary that just came out about the White Sox in the 80s. Have you watched it yet?
No.
I didn't realize how fucking crazy they were. They were a horrible team, and the Cubs were overshadowing them in the city, so they turned these games into like fucking amusement park. Like, people were like, I mean, just it was a circus. The White Sox in the 80s, like there was people on fire, and they were doing acrobats and shit, and the team just sucked. It was back when you didn't have to be rich to own a team. It was like you could be a blue collar guy own a baseball
Little
team.
land grab.
Yeah, a little land grab. All right, let's just keep fucking plowing through these, dude. I sent you some good ones on Instagram too.
I only had one from you on Instagram was the thing. Like, look, I only have this one in the DM from you.
All right. Well, can you read that for us?
Yeah. Young Brazilian boy born with 2 penises gets the larger one removed.
What a fucking idiot.
Right. That worst parent.
Jesus.
I would like to know both of his genital organs were connected to a single bladder and prostate gland. Originally, an intention was to save the larger penis. Duh. But it later found that the child could only urinate from the smaller one. Now, if we can have surgery where you can turn a dick into a fucking pussy, you're telling me you can't just reconnect the hose to the bigger pipe?
Yeah, it's got to be a quick little reroute.
This feels like the doctor was a little jealous. It's just like maybe he saved the cock for himself. Maybe he was a small Brazil. Can we get a stat on Brazilian penises size, please?
All right.
I feel like it's going to be fucking. Some of the videos I've seen, Maddie, I think it's going to be pretty big.
They've got some hogs on them, the Brazilians. What sport is Brazil known for? Is that football?
I think the Brazilian.
Okay, here we go.
Brazilian penis. That's the dancing bear guys. I'm always positive.
Countries with the world's largest penises. Well, let's talk about this for a second. United States sits at 60. How many countries are there? That's pretty good. 60's not bad. Are the average penis size in America is 5 point, what did it say? 3.5?
Yikes.
I gotta say, as a man who never thought I never thought I had a hammer on me. According to this, I'm above average, I think. What's 5? Is 5, what would be like, I'm trying to picture my dick in my hand. What would be like here to here?
About the size of a deodorant bottle? About the size of an iPhone?
yeah. About the size of a foot-long ruler, huh? No.
Do you think this guy in Brazil can sue because he cut off the bigger one?
I would think so.
sue.
Once he gets older, I would think so. He's
why are we so quick to remove both penises?
Yeah, the top comment says
yeah,
keep
one
both.
of them was working.
One of them was working. The other one's a little like, it's like you have a chain. You got a chain down there for your penis. You got a gold-plated chain on you. Why would you go?
Wow.
Well, it's too bad for the kid. Hopefully that smaller penis will develop, you know? But you gotta think that when there's a bigger one next to him, that's the one you keep.
He was
Thoughts and prayers. I think that's just the thoughts and prayers.
So, someone said one for business, one for pleasure. Could have kept both.
That's good. That's good.
This is obviously not as funny, but I'm sure people want to know. The reasoning is that the child could only urinate from the smaller one. So they were like, for logistical purposes, we got to keep the small-ass dick, which that sucks. That's such a fuck you from God.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
He
is.
hits you with like the, ooh, here's a dollar bill, not fast enough.
Yeah.
You know, I want to say though, I think I had a penis growth spurt later in life. I promise you, from 27, like, I think when I was like 27, I just started having good dick days that didn't go away, and then I like, this is here to stay. So it can happen, and I started to do like some data. You know, I started to like try to do some field research. Like, what am I eating something? Because I could write a book that could change lives, dude.
Yeah, no, if you could fucking get an idea of what actually spurted the growth. Dude,
There's some young white and Asian men in America that think that it's too late for them, and it's not.
Yeah. What I hate for this kid is this scar or whatever the fuck's going to heal up, and then nobody's going to believe. Every girl he's with is going to be like, no, you didn't have a bigger dick than this. He's going to be like, no, I promise.
No, dude, that was definitely like an STD scar.
Yeah.
What are you talking? You did not have a big
Yeah,
dick.
no, it's like, no, I promise it was a lot bigger. No.
And then he's like fucking a girl, and he's just like, you know, I don't know how this feels, but I did have a bigger dick at one point, if that means anything right now. Also, would you rather, if you have two dicks, do you want them stacked or side by side?
Stacked like a shotgun barrel type thing? Or,
Yeah, like a double horned rhino.
Yeah, I'd rather have that.
You'd rather have that, right?
Yeah.
Double, yeah. Dude, the shotgun was a good.
Well, side by side, I feel like the other one's just slapping against your leg.
Yeah, but also side by side, you kind of feel like a bit of a like you kind of have an octopus thing going a little
That'd be
bit.
kind of cool. Yeah.
You know, you start to feel like you got tentacles. Yeah. Also, side by side, I feel like it would be easier to have sex with two girls at once.
That would be pretty cool.
Well, no, what you would have to do is you have to have one girl on her hands and knees, anal, another girl upside down on her back. You know what I'm saying? Tabletop situation. So now it's one in the butt, one in the puss. And then you have hands free. You can plug 4 holes.
Yeah.
I think they made a mistake here, Grant. I think in hindsight, they're really going to be regretful of this.
Yeah, this is that's a big, for a 2-year-old, I mean, it's, if one of them was working, that's where it doesn't really, it's like, you know, I mean, I'm sure they had some reasoning behind it. I mean, it's also, it's coming from a guy who fucking, I don't really have any medical anything, but it does seem like if you have
you know a lot about penises.
But I know, I know my fair share about cock and balls. But yeah, it is. It's for 2 years old. I feel like this is definitely going to come back to bite him.
Or suck him.
Yeah.
Because 2 years old, he was living with this.
Yeah.
So he's had 2 cocks in his diaper for 2 years now. He's accustomed to it.
Crazy.
Now his equilibrium is probably fucked.
Yeah.
He got used to walking around with 2 cocks.
Yeah.
Brandon,
He just
Yeah,
keeps
fucked up
falling
his
like
gait.
he just keeps falling face first everywhere he walks.
yeah, with a rock hard boner.
Yeah,
too.
exactly.
That's not what you want.
That'd be cool if one of them came, or like one pissed, that one couldn't get hard, the other one gets hard and
It's
comes.
a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah. He wants still or seltzer water. He's like, got both.
One of them just shits too. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that's
Diarrhea days. That'd be an easier release.
Yeah, it doesn't even need an
Now,
asshole.
can we look up the stat on 2 vaginas?
Yeah, let me find that out
I
real
would like
quick.
to see that. And I also like, and if you don't feel comfortable with this, Brandon, I don't want you to be on an FBI search, but if we could see a diagram of what the two penises would look like, a drawing rather. I don't want to look at little kid penises.
Yeah, the odds on infant. That was 1 in 5 and 6 million infants. So what's a vagina on one, whatever many.
1 in every 2,000 women
Jesus Christ.
have a double uterus. 5 in every 6 million boys have two penises. Is that what that stat was?
The stat on the boy is 1 in 5 and 5 to 6 million, I think.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, 5 to 6 million.
So more women have double vagina. Way
1 in
more
2,000's
women.
not a lot.
Holy shit!
That's crazy.
I've met 2,000 women, probably not,
Hell yeah.
but one of them had double vaginas.
Huh.
Now let's see what the double penis looks like.
Whoa.
So it's stacked. Wait, I'm not seeing the second penis.
Oh, either am I.
That's a ball sack.
I thought the balls were the second thing. I don't think they really. It doesn't look like they have a diagram for it because it's
I
so
think that
red.
Rolling Stone, maybe. That
Which one?
hot dog bun.
Oh, yeah. This is exactly.
Oh, it's right there. It's right
Ah.
there. The one to the right of the hot dog bun.
Oh, there we go.
Boom. So it looks like it's
Oh, wow.
side by side, and they have one because it's right.
Yeah, and
The bases are right next to each other. It's side by side. You're like a caterpillar with an antenna.
Huh.
Okay. So yeah, not ideal. I guess if it's stacked, you keep it side by side. You ditch them. You ditch one of them. You don't want to get rid of both penises. Why can't they fuse them together? We have surgery to fuse Tiger Woods' spine. We can't save this kid's double cock. I would argue that's more
When you
important.
put it like that, yeah.
Yeah, right? Why can't we save this guy's double cock? I think they gave up too soon. I think if this was in America, he would have kept the cock. I don't want to take too many shots at the Brazilian medical system, but you can't picture it's up to par. Think of Brazil, I think of like street violence. I mean, no offense. Right?
Street violence.
What do you think of? What do you think of Brazil?
Yeah, no, I mean, it's pretty awful.
I don't even think they have cuisine, Grant. I don't even think they have. There's no art coming out of Brazil. There's one movie that ripped. What was it? King of the. Do you know that Brazilian movie? That it was a whole movie about street violence. King of the Brazilian movie King. Type that in. Brazilian movie King. I don't think it.
Oops, sorry, typed it on. It froze.
I'm really seeing how far we can stretch the double penis talk too. That didn't help us because I gave you a bad search. That was on me. It's City of God. I was wrong. The movie's called City of God. You guys ever seen that?
No.
Yeah, it's just a movie about a Brazilian street violence again. It's a great movie. But yeah, I don't think much is coming out of Brazil, so I want to think that if that guy came to America, we could have fused together the double penis, casted it together. We're too quick to get rid of the circus acts in America. Conjoined
Yeah,
twins.
there isn't really any. That would be the perfect exhibit for it. That's crazy.
Wouldn't you like to bring back the freak show?
I was gonna say it's crazy. Like, I wonder when that was taken away.
Because there's no more bearded ladies.
Yeah.
There's no more world's hairiest guys. World's tallest men, fattest men. You're not seeing that anymore. We need the freak show to come back.
Yeah.
It's kind of what stand-up comedy in Austin, Texas is, to be honest.
Well, it brought people too that were, quote unquote freaks. It gave them like a camaraderie.
Absolutely.
It wasn't
You
as far
ever
as
seen The
it
Greatest
wasn't
Showman?
a total. Seen what?
The Greatest Showman. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Dude, it's a beautiful film
Yeah.
about these fucking freaks and R words coming
Hugh
together.
Jackman.
Hugh Jackman, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing-
It's crazy. Yeah, that's.
Nothing much to report about Hugh Jackman. I think there's one more news story that I sent you, Brandon, on the on the email.
My bad. Hold up. We'll pull it up.
No, you're good.
This one, we got the Phillies. We got this
There it is. You know who Terry Francona is?
Yeah.
Former, I think
He just played his last game the other day.
just coached his last game for the Cleveland, what are we calling them?
Guardians.
The Pilgrims? The Guardians.
Yeah.
And, dude, 2 times. So, first of all, man of the people. He rides his moped into the stadium for every game.
That's awesome.
That is, what do you think about that? Let's start there. I want to point out, if you can notice, sandals.
Oh wow.
This dude is mopeding. He has World Series rings. Can we get a ring count on Francona for a second? But I don't know if you saw the headline. He got his moped stolen for a second time.
In Cleveland?
In Cleveland, dude.
That's insane.
Now, I want to know.
No respect for him, dude. That's insane.
No respect.
Well, especially because he drives it. They know it's his, I would think.
They
at that point.
know it's his, dude. He's a man of the people.
Yeah.
19 seasons between Boston and Cleveland, Francona.
2 World Series, dude. Wow.
And then he won a pennant with Cleveland, but I think they lost to.
So those were both with Boston.
Yeah, he won 2 with Boston, and then he got to the World Series with Cleveland, but lost to the Cubs. And then that's when they won the Curse of the Billy Goat. That's when they ended the Curse of the Billy Goat.
That's crazy.
But to have your moped stolen twice. First of all, can we maybe see if we, like, how do you get the first, what is this, like a Picasso painting? How the fuck did he get it back? I wonder if, I would love to know that there was like a band of Cleveland vigilantes that like got together like, hey man, if we have any hope of winning this year, of taking it, gotta get Terry's, we gotta get Francona's. We gotta get the scooter back. We gotta get the Vespa. He left it in the clubhouse under a blanket. Wait, what?
Looks like they took a baseball bat to it. That's crazy.
Dude, they beat. You got to think, who are the Cleveland's rival? The Reds. Let's see if we can find the Guardians' rival. You got to think it's a rival.
Reds makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to think it's one of like. It's like, did you watch Blue Mountain State?
Yeah.
There's like a whole episode where they stole the goat.
Yeah,
yeah. It's got to be this. Chicago White Sox. I think it was a White Sox fan. You can't steal the man's scooter.
That's crazy. Well, especially if it's in the dugout or in the clubhouse under a blanket. That's insane. Recently after that.
That's funny. That's funny.
You got to read it out loud for the guests. The 64-year-old, or for the people listening, the 64-year-old recently hopped on a substitute electric scooter, but the ride wasn't the same. He veered out of the way to avoid hitting some pedestrians, caught a pothole on a cobblestone street near his downtown apartment, and then crashed. I went over the handlebars, he said. I mean, over. It's amazing how much you can see your life in that moment.
Is this so when they returned it, he said it was just fucked up?
Yes.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, so it looks like it was stolen one time, and then the police got it back, and then the two-wheel vehicle was swiped 10 days ago. It was first stolen in January, and then they, like, beat the shit out of it. And so it's all, like, a piece of shit. So he wrote a substitute one, couldn't do it. He's like, this is his, like, own scooter that he always rides, you know?
That's just, there's no disrespect. I mean, there's no respect is what I meant to say. That's a fucked up move, stealing a man's scooter. That'd be like stealing an old lady's ruckus. Do you know what a ruckus is?
No.
It's those little like scooters that you see at Walmart.
Oh,
just
really?
Whipping around, yeah. Beep, beep. And a lot of handicap appropriation in Walmart. You know, you see a lot of fat people in those things. You can't help but think they're not for them.
Oh, yeah.
In the scoots. All right.
Yeah, that sucks, dude. Holy. Terry
Poor
Francona.
Poor Terry.
Last week coaching, dude. That's managing. That's a tough way to go out. I think they lost too.
Yeah. Are you
get fucked?
Do you give a fuck about any sports? Are you in on sport? You're a football guy, right?
Yeah, I like football. Baseball this season. I've actually been kind of keeping up with a little bit. The wild card games are going on now.
All right.
Or actually, I think everybody's it's onto the divisional.
Dude, I just remembered. I actually have a question for you, and this is like if there's any sensitivity in here, open freely and we can beep anything out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think there is, but there was a documentary on Netflix that came out earlier this year. I believe it was Netflix, and it was talking about you went to the University of Alabama.
Yeah.
Right? Roll Tide.
Roll Tide.
There was a documentary about the machine at Alabama. Can you tell me what the machine is?
I don't really know much about it. I heard about it when I was there, but I didn't really.
Did you not? I feel like you told me that you tried to join the machine.
No, I thought it would be cool if you could
okay.
get into it, but I never had any chance in that. I failed out. I think if anything, it's I was kind of a real shithead, so I don't think I was ever in really any.
Are you
I went there.
guy?
Yeah, I was in a fraternity, but I failed out like my senior year with like the credits of a sophomore, so I didn't really. I wouldn't really be the one to know anything about anything. I was kind of
But so you have no input on what the machine
no,
is?
no input on it. No.
All right, give it a Google search. Alabama, the machine. What I
The
believe.
documentary was on Netflix.
I think so.
Really?
You have this. Okay. So, former Alpha Rho chapter of Theta Nu Epsilon at University of Alabama is in coalition of There's some fucking real Greek words in here.
Panhellenic?
Panhellenic sororities and IFC NPHC society with some degree of influence over the campus of Alabama. So what I understand, it's like fucking there's students that are a member of this machine that literally run the student body of Alabama, are like making decisions on behalf of the university, and they fucking run everything. And like I forgot there's something fucked up that's going on with the frats and the sororities at Alabama.
They have a voter block of 8,000 students, so they have like a controlled majority of voters who can vote on things. So I think it looks like they're using it to, make laws more helpful for them, rules at the school, probably get people off. In 1992, and they were suspended for a little, it looks like. And then allegations of interference in Tuscaloosa municipal elections. Controversy surrounding the machine reemerged in 2013 when sororities and fraternities were mobilized to elect 2 former SGA presidents, Carson Kirby and Lee Garrison, in closely contested municipal school board races. Before the election day, questions about illegal voter registration were raised.
So really, this is just a program to keep the school racist, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you let the privileged white kids in. Their parents are telling them how to vote for the school. What's it called when you went to alma mater?
Yes.
So they're telling their kids how to vote. It's a generational thing. Hey, let one black person into your frat so it looks good, but tell them to vote our way. That's what this is, right?
It sounds like it. Yeah,
because you probably did. You went to Alabama. There's some deep state, like wealthy.
It's
boosters.
crazy. The amount of money is insane, dude. The houses and stuff are fucking just beautiful. Like it's the entire campus. Just I mean, it's the most beautiful fucking. Yeah, it's a shame. I really fucked up my time there. It was an amazing place. It was
Tuscaloosa, right?
Yeah, Tuscaloosa.
Were you going to the football games?
Oh yeah.
How crazy is that?
Fucking insane, dude. The last game I went to was the Joe Burrow came in. Donald Trump was at the game.
No way.
Yeah, Donald Trump was at the game. Joe Burrow came in. I think we were getting kind of blown up until halftime. We came back a little bit, but that was the year Joe Burrow won Heisman, and then they won the national championship. But I was there my freshman year. We won. We beat Clemson. It was like 56-54 or something. Derrick Henry.
Oh, beautiful.
Fucking everybody rushed the streets. And then my junior year, they put Tua in against Georgia at halftime.
Dude, so the fact that you saw Tua and Burrow play for
Jalen Hurts too. I mean, he was
insane.
the quarter. It was fucking
Every quarterback comes.
Jake Coker freshman year. Shout out Jake Coker. Shout out Jake Coker, dude. He was a fucking
shout out
total bruiser. Never really got any. I think he's just like a local guy kind of now, or not local, but he's just.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've never fucking heard of this guy.
Yeah, he was so sick.
He probably used to get you 40s.
What is that?
He used to get you 40 ounces.
No, he was a fucking. He was a quarterback, dude, and he never had like. Probably not very fun to listen to, but he was just like a total bruiser type. Oh, almost like I would say how Josh Allen just will run through the fucking.
That's the guy I like, dude.
Just a total like.
Yeah, man.
He would make some mistakes, but he would like fucking.
He probably doesn't give a fuck about his future. He
didn't, dude.
He wants to crack skulls,
and he won the championship. It was so cool to see. I think he was a senior too, so
he
it
was
just
probably like so pissed about his size and athleticism. He's like, dude, I just want to be a fucking line.
Yeah.
I just want to be on the D line, cracking skulls. I don't want to be moving around, throwing the ball, having cheerleaders suck me off. I don't want any of this, dude. I just want to hurt people, go home, hurt myself, and start it over the next week.
Yeah, dude. It was a fucking amazing school, though. But yeah, the money there, dude, is fucking. I didn't realize that because I'm from North Carolina. I didn't realize until I went to Alabama the amount of just all around the state. You'll have like these pockets of just wealth and like really like beautiful areas too. Because it's.
I'm from North Carolina. I didn't realize that there was a better white person haven. I had no idea. You really got to get out of there and see it. Did you ever hear the Team Foxcatcher?
Yeah.
True crime.
The DuPauls?
The DuPonts.
DuPonts.
Dude, how crazy is that? I brushed up on this recently.
I didn't watch. Did you watch the movie with Steve Carell plays?
Dude, I watched the movie last night. So I saw the documentary about a year ago. My girlfriend just watched it recently. I'm like, yo, there's a movie. We should watch it. The movie's more boring than
I haven't watched the movie. I just saw the documentary. But
the movie, shows the brother's story. So what it is, Brandon, if you don't know, there's this guy named John DuPont, the DuPont family is one of the richest families in America. I looked this up last night. They have $14 billion spread across 3,500 living relatives.
Insane.
They basically created the chemical factory that funded all the ammunition for maybe World War I or World War II. And this guy just had all this money, and he created this compound where he lived to bring in all the national wrestlers in America, and it was designated as the National USA Olympic, what would you call it, practice grounds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a training facility type thing. He built the entire thing.
Guy was just out of his goddamn mind. Like, he didn't know anything really about wrestling. He just had the money and facilities to fund it. And he would be a part of his own team, Foxcatcher, and they would pay off these, like, top. He would wrestle in his age group. Like,
they would have everybody like clap and fucking be.
Dude, so they would have.
They would throw the matches.
They would get like these big, like the former like champion of Brazil to wrestle this guy, and he was just flopping him around the mat, and he would win. And John DuPont had no idea that they were paying these people off, so he literally thought he was like beating effortlessly, just beating like the champions of the world, and it was so demented and sick. Like,
which turned it even more evil into it because he started like just
to believe it.
Yeah, started to believe it. And
the problem is he wanted to be the face of this wrestling program. He wanted to be a national like coaching hero. He wanted to be the guy that was winning gold medals for America, and he brought in this dude named David Schultz, who was
Yeah, it was Dave Schultz.
Dave Schultz.
Yeah.
He brought in Dave Schultz, who's brother of Mark Schultz, who went off to fight in the UFC, actually.
Really?
Yeah. So Dave Schultz come in, and he's like, at this point, the #1 national wrestler. So John DuPont's looking at this like, I can be the guy that's responsible for coaching him. If he gets the gold, I get the gold. But really, Dave Schultz comes in, and he's now the face. He's the reason why people think it's popular. He's coaching everyone. This John DuPont guy is so fucking crazy that the other wrestlers don't even want to talk to them. They're treating the Schultz guy as the coach. One day, Brandon, Dave Schultz and his family is living on this compound. They've been living there for 6 years. He's outside taking out the trash. It's a snowy morning. This is in Pennsylvania. John DuPont just pulls up in his car, puts a pistol out the window, and just shoots him dead on his compound in front of his family, dead in the snow. And then he stakes out in his house on his compound for like 6 days. And the local law enforcement doesn't do anything because like they go over there to like shoot their guns. It's a lot like this Murdoch guy. Like he kind of just runs the town.
The
He's
whole
like
county is his county basically. So it's like he pays basically the sheriffs and shit. Like it's the whole.
He's signing their paychecks. He's got them by the balls.
And when he shot that Dave Schultz guy too, he up until then I think maybe a month or so, if he was like losing his mind, he thought everybody was talking about him.
He thought the
and
deers
plotting
were
against
fake.
him. Yeah, he thought all that. Like he started really losing his mind.
He thought the trees were watching him.
Yeah.
He
really like to see a guy just fucking fall into that. And then the Dave Schultz guy was like a total family guy,
dude, the greatest
sweetheart.
guy
Like
ever.
really, he was when everybody was turning on the DuPont guy. Dave Schultz was kind of like, nah, like he's fine,
Yeah.
like kind of
like he wants
being a
to
real
help
friend
us.
to him.
Yeah, he
And
didn't
then,
grow up with a regular childhood. He wants to be our friend. We should give him the benefit of the doubt. He was trying to be the nice guy. And meanwhile, DuPont's like, you're taking everything away from me. Like, everyone trusts you. They don't trust me. He doesn't see that he's crazy. I also think he was coked out of his mind, out of his gourd. And then, kills the guy. And then he just stakes out in his house, and then he went to jail, died in jail in 2010, I believe it says right there. Yeah. So.
Hell of a finishing move.
That's a crazy thing to think about, a billionaire, right?
Yeah.
Who can do whatever he wants, but is also losing his mind at the same time. I'm sure that is so
He's got
common.
like full power, too, so you can't really fucking...
Dude, people, if you have money, you can kill someone off. Murdoch didn't get away with it because he was losing his money. And
I need to the Murdoch thing. I need to watch that, dude, because that's that seems like just a real. I watched when the trial was going on. They had that stuff going on, but I didn't watch.
You also look like Buster Murdoch, dude.
Pow pow.
No. Yeah. So I mean, to sum up the Murdoch thing up, this guy was stealing money from people as a lawyer. His son got into this big accident, right, that killed a girl. This trial was about to happen, and as it was happening, it was gonna uncover that he was ripping people off, stealing money, losing money. And so the argument that is that he killed his son and his wife to keep that from getting out, which ultimately made everything come out because he had to confess all this shit. He lied about being there. They found out they was there. There's no forensics.
That was the dog kennels, right? Because his whole thing was he wasn't there.
I went down to the kennels, checked on Paw Paw, and he checked on Paw Paw, all right. But I don't think he acted alone. I think he had help.
The one son, he's been kind of. I saw where he called in.
To jail.
Who's the main Murdaugh? The guy, the
Alec Murdaugh's the dad.
The dad. Okay,
just
so
been convicted.
He called from jail to the son, and he was like talking in these weird code words of like, kind of like, hey, go clean this shit up a little bit of this place. And the son too didn't really seem. I saw it during the trial. He didn't really seem like. I mean, you'd think your brother and your mom just got shot by your dad. You would have a little weird
shambles.
Yeah, you'd have like you wouldn't just be sitting there like, okay, what's the next move?
No, he maintains his father's innocence. Too.
Yeah,
he's like, he didn't do it. I've seen the love. I know he didn't do it, but really, he did it, and you know he did it, and you're covering it up because you're the heir to the throne.
Yeah,
I would too. I mean, you're also there's also rumors that he killed a gay guy. Did you hear about that?
No,
dude. The murdering Murdaughs, dude. These guys are just killing people left and right out there, and I guess. You know, if you have a plantation and you're funding the police force, you can do whatever the fuck you want. So, any plantations in Alabama? You do any of those visits? And you see anything like that?
Actually, I found my dog on a plantation. Or not a plantation. It was just a fuck ton of land.
Yeah. I think you told me you were like blacked out on 6 different substances, and you saw a raggedy little pooch.
No, I was on acid, and I was with a couple of my buddies. Everybody else was asleep in this kind of like farmhouse type. It was just a fuck ton of land, and just hitting whippets. Sun's coming up, and I'm like,
I can't imagine.
I don't think I've ever come up, dude. And I'm like, holy shit. It was like a golden retriever, all mangy looking, and then my dog, like but she had fleas and shit all over her, and like all matted hair and everything. And then this little dog that looked like a combination of them. And I was on acid, and I was like, dude, you're the most beautiful dog I've ever seen. Just fleas jumping all over. Fucking, she came up with me. And then I woke up with this dog licking my face, and I was like, what the fuck? Dude, like, this is a nightmare.
Dude, dude, that's like, oh, man.
She had like tapeworms and shit. It was but got her clean. She wasn't microchipped or anything, so I was like, oh, this is fucking,
dude.
This is nice.
It's good that you didn't Casey Anthony that dog, dude. You know, you just dropped it off at the fire department, but instead ends up in a dumpster.
Get fucked.
Yeah, get fucked, dude. Try having thumbs, you little fucking idiot. Yeah. Where are we at collectively? Because
we're at like 45-ish minutes.
It's gonna be a push here on the final half, dude. This is a lack of prep. I was so excited to have Donny on. I thought we were gonna rip. And we
can bring Donny back if you'd like, dude.
You want to bring Donny? You want to bring Donny back to close it out, dude?
Sorry if I've been boring as fuck.
No, you're not boring. This is a lack of preparation on my end, dude. To be honest with you, it's been fucking great.
I can pull up trending news stories too.
Yeah, pull up some trending news stories, dude. Let's see what we got. This is really, you're just, I mean, no disrespect, but you're the vessel that delivers Donny.
So
you're really. I was just so excited to have Donny.
No, this has been.
This is the rising star of the Austin comedy scene.
True martyr.
How did you sleep last night, dude?
I slept so good.
Off a quarter Adderall, huh?
I slept great.
I saw, dude, it was like 11 o'clock in the club. I see a house, a quarter Adderall.
It was so impulsive, too. I was like, oh, this is...
Down the
right when I did it, I was like... Because I was all hyped up because everybody was there for the...
Right.
Yeah, because you're like, oh, we're going to do comedy. It's going to be a lot of fun. And then all the fellows are hanging out. And also it's sober October. But, so I wasn't drinking or anything. So I was like, oh, this would be kind of a fun little thing. And then next thing you know, I'm like kind of just... super focused.
I was driving home yesterday and like I was sober and I'm like I feel fucking insane. Mm-hmm. Are you getting that at all?
I'll have times where I'm like it's crazy. You really realize where you're like you fill your time. I didn't realize how much I was filling my time with just like you're kind of like in this kind of buzz, drinking. Everything's fun, but it's also it's not. Now I'm kind of realizing I'm like, oh, dude, you have like a lot more time in the day where you're kind of. And you do kind of lose your mind a little bit because you're like, holy shit, this is fucking.
But I think it's like we're going through withdrawals too. I think week 2 maybe we start to have clear thoughts.
Clear thoughts have been nice.
I'm anxious to see how that feels. Sleep is a big push during this month too, and hopefully we'll cut up a little, dude. I think you cut out the booze, you start to lose weight.
That's what I'm hoping, dude. It's fucking because October 5th, so we were on day 5.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah.
Dude.
I think after the week mark's going to be nice though. Once we get to like October 8th.
Yeah. Today's the 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. Yeah, you're right. That'll be a good push.
That'll be fun because that'll be Because also it is Halloween. I mean, I don't know how long I'm going to do it the entire month, but even just taking a week is just nice to fucking like. Also to say you can do it, as weird as that's, you know you can do it, but you're like, oh, this is also just a nice little fucking little reset button.
Yeah, you participating, Brandon?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm trying. I'm not doing sober. I'm trying to like smoke less.
Better myself, October.
Yeah, better myself. I'm not giving up anything because I was like, dude, I'm already booked on a bunch of Halloween shows that I'm gonna get fucked up on.
So fun,
Well,
I
I'll
run
be
a
candid.
drinking show.
I'll be candid here. I am, as of now, as of the first week, hitting a little weed before bed, and I was straightforward with you with that. I've always been transparent. The whole point of this is to get better. I fucked myself. I got out of the military and I went gung ho and I started smoking weed all the time. And dude, this is, since we've met, you probably haven't interacted with me where I'm not high.
Yeah.
So this is big. Making it through the day is fucking huge. I mean, smoking one bowl at night is 1/16 of what I used to smoke.
Really?
Yeah. That's the bigger issue. Like the alcohol, although, to keep this very light and short, we were at a memorial for a friend recently.
That was tough.
That was the
dude.
That was
like
everyone was drinking. I could smell the beer. We're kind of sad. I'm jonesing. That was. I went home and I'm like, I am fucking proud of myself.
Yeah.
I cannot believe I didn't hit the bottle back there.
Yeah, that was that was kind of a nice like to get, because I was like, well, dude, if I start drinking this, I'm gonna really get fucked up tonight too, because this is gonna be a.
What would you, boys? Let's talk about this. Let's talk about the best seasons to drink in, because like summer is fun, but I don't think it's the best, especially where we live. Like it's not necessarily.
I would say summer day drinking the best.
That's where you're losing me. That's where you're losing me.
Oh, really?
I don't think I like to get drunk when it's that uncomfortably hot.
Yeah.
I need I have a standard too. I only drink during the day if I'm by a body of water, pool included.
That's good standard.
Yeah.
Pool,
lake, or ocean needs to be present if I'm drinking. I'm not going to go to brunch and get a mimosa. That's silly to me.
I would say the best, not even necessarily, because I guess it's a little bit of a crossover from summer and
You're
fall.
a good drunk, dude. This is what we should have been talking about. Let's keep going.
The summer, when football starts up, is probably the most excited, especially we're on Central Time too, so all the East Coast games start an hour kind of earlier than you're used to, which is so nice. So it's like fucking football starts at 12 instead of 1. So you can like be in a place, if you're not working or something, you can be in a place with a pitcher of beer with your buddies before football starts. It's just a fucking, there's like very few things that get me more excited than that.
Dude.
I think that this is the best time zone for watching sports, because I'm from West Coast, where like, you know how horrible it was to go drinking till 3 a.m. and then have to be up at 10 a.m. for kickoffs, 9:30 to set your fantasy lineups.
Hey, Brandon.
What?
That's insane.
Try living in Japan for 2 years.
Yeah,
Where I
that's
have
your
to set
fault,
my
dude.
alarm to 2:30 a.m. to watch the Dodgers play.
Yeah, but now you
insane.
get to board planes early, so
That's true.
it was worth it.
That's true. Yeah, you're welcome for my service.
Dude, the
Thank
West Coast time. I didn't even think about that. That's
It was
it's
brutal.
okay. It's
Now
It's crazy.
I will say the other side of it though is like, you know, here Sunday Night Football starts at like 7. It starts at 8 at other places. It's going till like 11 midnight. It would wrap at like 8:39, and you would be like, dude, we could still go out. I can still watch. I go watch a movie. I can do shit. Like there was a lot of stuff after, which was nice.
Yeah.
But I think I prefer, like, I want to sleep in. I want to wake up, catch a game at noon.
Dude.
I'm not having a beer at 10:01. I'll kill myself.
The fantasy lineups too were a good point, because that's it's a good time to wake up, kind of make sure everything's adjusted.
Yeah.
It's 9:30 in the morning after. I mean, fuck, football's on Saturdays and Sundays. So, I mean, like after a Friday night, after a Saturday night,
Yeah.
like waking up at 9:30 is a fucking nightmare.
Yeah, it was horrible. And then you don't want to miss football, so you're like, I guess I'll get up. And like, yeah, it's like morning dew is still on. It's dusk out. Like
that's the best.
You're just
Well,
like
not for what you're saying. I don't think I like the morning dew.
I like a good. There's something rewarding about waking up early. You feel like you've accomplished something. You don't even have to do anything. You could just like wake up.
Dude, when you know that you're awake and your enemies are asleep, that is powerful, boys. That is fucking powerful. And here's the thing, like, dude, and all this talk is getting me so pumped up. First of all, October may be the worst month to not drink.
Oh yeah,
and that's why
I like the betterment
prove
October
it.
instead of the improving. The whole. I don't think any like. I think just being consciously like, okay, I'm going to do better about this. I think that's.
I think May is the best month to take off, because
I would say February.
Super Bowl. Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl, Super Bowl,
And
Super
that,
Bowl.
folks, is what we call a checkmate.
Yeah, because that's what I thought too. Less days, right? Valentine's Day like is the only real big holiday, but Super Bowl you can't. Where I think like, okay, you go March Madness. You can't go April. That's when baseball season kicks off. You don't want to go have a beer at the ballpark.
You can go April,
But April also is 420 if you like to smoke.
right?
And then, May, it's like now
See, you
month
fucking- you've
2
thought
of
this through.
football or of baseball. Football's not on. Hockey's not in playoffs yet. There's like nothing going on. Basketball's in mid-season. There's not a holiday in May, right? There's no like cool holiday. It's the best because in June, July, August, that's summer. You're gonna want to drink. September's first football.
Yeah, November is the bet. I would. Could you imagine going to a family Thanksgiving sober?
Fuck no.
No, it'd be
Fuck
insane.
that, dude. What's your favorite? So you're a beer guy, I've noticed, right? Well, no, that's
Honestly,
not
dude,
true.
lately I've been.
I always see you with a claw or a Paloma.
That's
Is that
been
true?
lately, dude, because I gained about 30 pounds.
Jesus.
Yeah, dude, when I started working,
Jesus.
probably the past 8 months, I gained like 30 pounds. I don't know what it was. I think it was probably the beer and the just eating Raising Cane's Caniac combos that must have been it. Like 4 Caniac combos a week, and then
You
just
know,
as many Lone Stars.
Maybe it's because I see you every day, but you don't look like a guy that's gained 30 pounds.
Oh, I appreciate it.
I want to
But
say
lately, dude, the fucking ranch water is a bit. You put me on the tequila as an upper,
Isn't it nice?
and I haven't woken up. I did notice. I just didn't really wake up feeling really shitty.
Brandon,
Beer
I've been
just makes
going-
me feel shitty the
I've
next
been
day.
singing this from the rooftops that tequila is the only alcohol that's an upper. Can we verify that?
Yeah, I don't drink it because it makes me fight people because it's such an upper. Oh, but you want me to look it up. You didn't want my opinion on it. Sorry, I remember my job.
Brother, I want both.
Yeah, let me see. If tequila, it would make sense.
But no, I like I love a nice tequila cocktail. Not necessarily a margarita, but like if you give me like something with pineapple and tequila.
Yeah.
I think I was telling you this, dude. Spicy watermelon mezcal margarita by the mezcal bar by my house. Best.
Oh, that
drink
sounds
ever.
amazing.
The
Dude,
best
I love watermelon and I love spicy stuff. That's is mezcal. This is probably a stupid question.
Blacks and Latinas is what you were getting at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I have something
ding, ding.
you're not gonna like.
What were you gonna say? Well, oh no.
Therefore, tequila isn't a stimulant like you may have heard, and any stimulating side effects of consuming it are probably unrelated or exaggerated.
Because it's an upper. He's lying.
I'll
All
tell
right.
you
Don't
what.
let him ruin this. Here, it's not an upper, but
Oh yeah, dude, I'm not believing delish.com. Get the fuck out of here.
Delish, dude. What were you saying?
What the fuck's the name of the when something doesn't like they give you a controlled substance or something and then they give you
Over
one
the
that's
counter?
like when they're doing a study and they give you the one and then they give you the one that's not placebo effect.
Placebo.
Placebo effect still has an effect.
Mm-hmm.
So if we just
Placebo's
keep
a
believing
chemical in your brain, I believe.
yeah. If we
That
just
could
keep
also-
believing it, it'll fucking
Yeah.
it'll act that way.
Well, whatever. I didn't say it was a stimulant. I said it was an upper, and that is subjective.
It does say it's a depressant.
Again, I just said it was an upper. I didn't say it was going to make you happy. I said it was going
That's
to send
true.
you up.
Yeah.
You know, tequila has been. I think it's a little low.
Well, that's fair for you to say
That's- I
because
like
like a part of getting high is the dopamine rush, and it says despite its reputation, tequila is a depressant. The myth comes from an upper is from dopamine drop alcohol gives you. So you do get a dopamine high. So it is an upper technically
Dude,
in
if you
your
get a
terms.
chilled the shot of tequila.
Oh, yeah.
Water. Tastes like water. It's insane.
Really?
You got to order it chilled. They bring it to you frozen, and it just goes.
Do you
right down.
do you like Espolòn?
Yeah.
I didn't have it till fucking working at Sunset, and like I had it chilled, and it was so smooth,
It's
dude.
insane.
I loved it
It's insane.
because I was used to doing like fucking just like room temperature.
whiskey.
Yeah,
Or
dude,
tequila,
tequila,
yeah.
dude, and just that with. And I was like, I fucking hate this, but I started having them chilled, and it's amazing.
Dude, I love how about a golden hour cocktail? The day's slowing down.
Oh,
The
yeah.
night's speeding up. You get that first, when the first sip hits, dude, and you just want to dance to no music and shake your, oh my God.
That's like the airport beer kind of thing too. dude.
Termy.
It's so fun.
Big Termy guy.
Yep.
What I've been doing recently, my girlfriend and I, when we fly, we go a little earlier. We get breakfast. I get a bloody.
I love
Okay.
Bloody Marys.
Get a bloody. Then if there's a connecting, you get an IPA to keep the party going. You'll always find a nice breakfast IPA in Terminal B.
I like that, dude.
You
Yeah,
know?
that's about the most. As far as travel goes, too, that's such a fun.
heard
time to have.
Shane Gillis said recently, like when he's on a plane and they have to deboard and he just gets excited. He's like, yeah, I get a fucking blackout, like finally. And that's dude, drinking in an airport's one of those places. Doesn't matter the time of day, you're not going to be judged and you're not going to be alone.
It's like you said with the golden hour cocktail too. It's so nice, like when you don't have anything to do the next day and you just got that, maybe even working all day, whatever, you get off. That is one of the best fucking
how about this? But
best drinks.
How about this? But you didn't plan on drinking. How great is that?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's the best, dude.
And you know what's crazy? We could do that today because we weren't really planning on drinking.
I gotta make it 31 days.
No.
I gotta make it 31 days. But how about this? You know what? I'm just gonna say this. The middle piece of this was slow because we're sober. That's a fucking fact.
Yeah.
I was sitting here looking at you. I'm like, dude, if me and Grant had a beer in our hands like we usually do, we'd be riffing so hard right now. So come November 1st, you're coming back, dude.
Oh, dude, hell yeah. Thank you. This has been awesome, too.
This was a good podcast. It was just, I was realizing, like, I can't riff the way I used. This is the first podcast I've done sober.
Really? Yeah. I've noticed with stand-up lately, too, has been, it's actually kind of.
See how hard I bombed last night? At the
I didn't think you bombed at all. No, I thought and you did all new stuff too.
Whatever.
So it wasn't.
Thank you. But I just had no. Felt like I had no cadence to me.
That's dude. I've noticed a little Adderall with a fucking, and then going up there has made me. You're kind of so locked in that you're not, but not drinking.
Let me tell you one thing though. If you're gonna keep doing this, you have to pay attention to your speed.
Okay.
When you're on Adderall,
that's
you will be talking way faster than you think.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I've done a couple sets on Adderall and look back and I'm like, dude, you let none of these punchlines breathe. Like you just cutting off every.
This one time, and then I went to.
Yeah, I'm just cutting off everyone's laughter. Like I'm fucking my own experience up. Adderall's nice. Right now, I'm on a quarter Adderall, 2 Advils, a Zyrtex, a little nicotine, and some coffee.
Yeah, I'm on this.
That's
my sober. Just this little. Do you like the your yerba mate?
Big yerba mate guy. The cleans specifically are the ones I like.
I like them a lot, dude. They're.
That's good for this month, dude. Like I was telling you, get yourself a 30-pack of Topo Chico. Just slug the topes, dude.
Yeah. Dude, I've been doing that with, or I haven't been doing the Topo, but I want to, just soda water and lime has just been, it's been so nice. Because you're getting a little bit of you're hydrating too, but it's just, I don't know, it's just a nice, it's nice to just hold something. I realize that's part of my problem. When I used to drink a ton, dude, it was like in college, like I would be so uncomfortable somewhere and I had to have something in my hand constantly, and a beer after fucking 2 minutes, it's kind of flat. I mean, I'm sure that math doesn't add up, but it's like, you get down to that, like, kind of, you only have like a quarter left of a beer and it starts being flat and it's the worst thing you've ever tasted.
In my house right now, there is probably 6 half-drinking cans of sparkling water around because I'm just in it for the fizz.
Yeah, that first little fucking...
Also, you'll find you get no hydration with tap hair, you know?
Yeah.
You just chug them and you piss out yellow. It's crazy. But no, I do... coffee's another one. Just drinking coffee because it gives you an effect. You feel like you're... getting fucked up when you're.
That's where I realized I have a problem. We were talking about the other day, but I like having. I'm trying to get better at that, but I always have to have constantly something. I'm like.
That's why the vapes are
something.
Good.
That's why I don't buy a vape because I'm like I just constantly. It's.
I've seen you ask to hit someone's vape and you take 5 in one breath.
Yeah, and I said, then I walk and then I fucking I'm all dizzy and you're like fucking. You're like, oh, let me get a drink real quick, and I'm like, it's just like it's fucking.
That's just sad when you just want to feel something.
You just want to feel something,
even if it's lightheaded, dude.
That's what you said like earlier with like not drinking this month or anything. You don't realize how much like. You're like, oh, dude, I feel so much time with fucking...
Because any time I started to get bored or would hit a wall, I would go fucking smoke weed and then lay down and I feel like I'm doing something, but I'm not. Now it's like the second I get bored, it's like, fuck, what do I do now?
Yeah.
I can't get high, can't smoke, I can't drink.
Do you play video games?
No, I think I need a hobby, dude. I write, but that's not a hobby, that's work now.
Yeah. That's... I got a PlayStation like a little over a year ago. Probably not, whoever the fuck knows. But even that, like I couldn't let myself enjoy it because I was like, oh, I'll get Hogwarts Legacy when it came out in like February or something. I was like, I'll get Hogwarts Legacy. I'll go home. I'll get high, and it's like it's so crazy to like think you have to do something to enjoy.
Right.
This entire it's a magical universe, literally. Yeah. That they make it to where it's the most. I bought like my girlfriend got me a headset and everything. It was the most encompassing,
fantastical as it could get.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I have to add something. Oh, and then I'll make a drink or I'll do something. And it's like, no, you could just like play. You could just be in a wizard world
casting spells on people.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I'll
Flying.
have a vape next to me, and I'll have a fucking, and I'll just sit here and I'll fucking just be a psycho for fucking on a broomstick.
Yeah.
Drunk driving a broomstick.
Can't take off on my broom without my road beer.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Without my sky pop.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I'm trying to get better at.
No, dude, we're doing great, Grant. You
Yeah.
and I, November 1st is going to be glorious, and then we get
That's
a
gonna be
little.
fun.
I can't wait, and you know they're going to start dropping like flies.
Oh yeah,
There's a couple people that are in the mix right now.
yeah,
But
yeah. Even
I will-
5 days ended.
I will, and I'll say this again. I will allow a micro dose of psilocybin.
Yeah,
I will allow that. Adderall is fair game. That's an aid, not a drug.
yeah.
Weed, not an aid, a drug. That's what I've come to conclude. But Grant, thanks for coming in, dude.
Yeah,
It's
no,
been a
dude, thanks
good
for having
pod.
me. This is fucking awesome.
I'm stoked to put it out. Stoked to have Donny on. I'm going to have you back in. This will come out on Thursday. If you have anything you want to plug for yourself, I don't know if there's anything out
no.
there.
Next Thursday?
Yeah, this will come out next
Oh, yeah.
Thursday.
Yeah, no, nothing, dude. Roll Tide.
Well, Grant Adcock performs at Sunset Strip all the time, guys. So if you're in Austin, Texas, come through to see Grant and Donnie. Mostly Donnie, let's be honest.
Yeah, Donnie's
but
yeah.
Grant's a part of it too.
Yeah.
And fuck yeah, dude.
Dude, oh yeah. Thank you for
Now
having
I'm
me.
just dreading what I'm gonna do till 9, which is.
Are you off all day?
I have 2 spots tonight. Yeah,
Where are you at East Austin?
East Austin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, are you over there?
No, I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do tonight, honestly.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll go skip some rocks. That's what sober
Yeah.
people do. Go throw a line in some water, dude.
It's also cooling down, which is nice.
Go catch and kill an animal.
Yeah.
All right. All right, Brandon. Next is next Saturday the 14th.
Yes.
All right, I got a comedy show at Monk's Jazz Club. I'm like looking into the void. There's no camera.
Sure.
I got a show at Monk's Jazz Club on October 14th. Get your tickets at monksjazz.com. Also, I'm at Sunset Strip every Friday and Sunday.
If after you see Maddie's show on October 14th, you'll be like, damn, it's 10:30. What am I going to do? You're then going to buy tickets to Roscoe's Comedy Club October 14th at 11 p.m. And you're going to come see Taking Shots Comedy. And then every Thursday here at the Creek in the Cave. Every Wednesday at Rocky's Piano Bar. I love you.
How many people bought tickets to Roscoe's and were just furious that they didn't have chicken and waffles there?
Me every time I do a gig there.
Are you woke to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles?
No.
It's a West Coast staple.
Oh, really?
First ones to ever do it.
Really?
Have you ever had fried chicken and waffles?
Yeah, it's so good.
Surprisingly a great combo.
Yeah, wow, dude.
All right, that's been the Captain's Dogs. Woof, woof.